Welcome in, everybody. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're not doing builds. I'm going to give you 5 tips to climb in Stadium mode. I've hit All-Star in all roles. I hit Legend specifically on Tank. And it wasn't just the build. I think Stadium and Overwatch, competitive or quick play, are very different fundamentally, and some of the fundamentals of Overwatch, like a regular game, does not apply to Stadium, and we're going to get into that. First tip: a lot of times we'll reset when someone dies in a team fight. In comp and quick play, that's what you're supposed to do, especially if more than one person goes down. If 2 people go down, you're definitely resetting. This is not always the case in Stadium. Stadium matches are much shorter, much quicker, and there's a lot more sustainability, and there's a lot of opportunity to contest point alone or make big plays. So just because your teammates die doesn't mean you need to reset. You need to look at what you have in front of you, how close the game is to ending, if you can contest. There's lots of variables in that, but there's many times where I've sustained a point for a minute all by myself playing tank or support, or got a 3-piece when I thought the game was over and 2 of my teammates or 3 of my teammates went down. So make the decision. It's not clear cut. Number 2, and I feel crazy that I have to say this though, I see lots of people in my game not running armor. You need to be running some kind of survivability. There's lots of options. Lots of cool characters have their own options. Like we mentioned Zenyatta in a previous. I like this Keepsake of Chaos, 25 armor, up to 50 more extra armor. But lots of characters have these really cool survivability perks. You don't need to slot all the way towards it. You can. There's immortal builds and all sorts of things like that. But you should be slotting at least one of your slots towards survivability. Usually armor. Not always the case. Sometimes it's health or shield, but a lot of times armor gives us that additional damage reduction, keeps us alive, and it just adds to our health bar, right? And this is for first round too. You should be running almost every time. You should be running armored vest with whatever you're running, almost always. Third tip: you can look at teammates and enemies builds and study them and see what they're running. You can see if they chose perks or not, or powers or not. You can even copy their builds. You see someone running something super crazy and you're like, dude, that looks cool. I don't know exactly what they're running. You hop over here, grab it, copy it, and then it's put it into your profile. It'll save in your menus. You'll see right here that it's saving. It'll go right here, saved for. Use that to your advantage. You don't have to copy their build to learn from it, right? I make all my own builds. I'm very proud of that. But if I see inspiration, I'm going to look at it. Tip number 4, there's not a set healing comp must have. You don't need to be running Mercy every game. You don't need to be running Moira every game. I've won many Stadium matches with Lucio Zen. I've won games with Mercy Moira. I've won games with every healing assortment thinkable. It can be done, and especially in Stadium. So next time you see Lucio Zen or Ana Lucio, don't just say GG's and quit. I've won many games. Number 5, round 1 is a temp check, guys.
Whoa.
I see people type in GG's round 1. Round 1 is literally a temp check. It is to see how and what they're running, or what they're running and how they're running it. That's it. You should not be upset losing the first round, because there's so many build options and there's so much adapting that has to be done first and second round that it really doesn't matter. It is absolutely a temp check. You are seeing how good they are, what builds they're running, and how to adjust. There's lots of ways to adjust to things. People talk about Ashe Dynamite build all the time. I go against Ashe Dynamite build all the time. Sometimes it crushes, but there's ways to mitigate that. You adjust, you see what they're running, and you play around it. Those are my 5 tips. I think I have enough at least for 1 or 2 more. Let me know if you thought this was helpful. I work really hard on my content every day after work, on the weekends. I'm trying hard, man. So like and subscribe. Any support is much appreciated, and we'll see you in the next one.